Key Nation, what is going on, man? I am here today to tell you guys what the difference is between acoustic panels and acoustic foam and which one is better. I have come from a place where I've experienced both, okay? As you guys can clearly see, I have acoustic panels around my room, and I've also came from a place where I've used acoustic foam, and I put that in my closet in the studio that I lived before. Now I've, by the grace of God, I've moved on up, you know what I'm saying, and I now live in this nicer apartment. But before, I lived in a studio apartment, and I set up my closet. It was inside, I set up my vocal booth that was inside of my closet. And what I did was I put a gang of acoustic foam in there already, right? Now, unbeknown to me, I thought that acoustic foam that I set up inside of my closet was really actually doing something, and it was not, okay? I'm gonna keep it 100,000 with y'all, man. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I know we only 1 minute into this video, but which is better? Without a doubt, acoustic paneling, man, and I'm gonna get into that a little bit later. Now, in terms of treating your room, I'm gonna tell you guys why it's very, very important to treat your room, and why so many artists nowadays just try to seem to overlook it. I have people that come and they ask me, what type of software should I use? What type of mic should I get? What type of studio monitors should I get? What type of hardware do you have, King? Let me know, because I'm trying to achieve the same sound that you achieve, and it sounds so good and it sounds so professional. I know, bro. I know it does, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm not finna let you know what none of the stuff that I got unless you tell me if you got your room treated, okay? And I'm so serious about that. I don't know why that seems to be like an afterthought, but it's so important to treat your room, and you have no idea. For the independent artists that's watching this, for the engineers that's watching this, it's very, very important to treat your room, because there's frequencies that bounce everywhere, and it doesn't give you an accurate representation of what's happening whenever you're recording, whenever you're mixing, whenever you're mastering. All of those frequencies are going everywhere. What you want to do is you want to try to tame those frequencies. That is very, very important. You have to try to tame those frequencies, because if you don't, you're not going to get, like I said before, an accurate representation of what you're doing, right? So you always want to make sure you aim to get acoustic panels. Now, why should we get acoustic panels over acoustic foam? Because with acoustic foam, they don't have absorption material, right? And if they do, they have very little of it. And absorption material is literally what acoustic panels is literally what's built inside of acoustic panels to tame those low frequencies, which usually builds up within rooms. They bounce off of walls, which is why you see the acoustic panels on the walls right now. They bounce off the walls, they build up in corners. You got to think about it like this. Whenever you hear a festival, or whenever you hear a car, or whenever you hear whatever you hear, whenever they play very, very loud music, what do you hear first? You hear that bass, that boom, that dun, you know what I'm saying? Because those low frequencies, they travel, right? And so you want to try your best to try to tame those low frequencies, because like I said before, they will distort what's coming back to your ears after you get through doing whatever you're doing. So that's very, very important. If you guys don't take anything from this, listen to me and listen to me clear. Please make sure that you choose acoustic panels more so over acoustic foam. Now, I'm aware acoustic panels are very, now they're not super duper expensive, but I know that it can get a little pricey, right, to treat your room. But I suggest, and believe you and me, guys, I really suggest that you do the research, go on the internet, and that's exactly what I did, man. Now, granted, how my room is set up, I'm not able to, ergonomically set up my listening position to where I need it in order to treat my room, but I did the best that I can do, and that's all I ask of you guys, man. Do the best that you can do with what you got and try to make it happen, man. If you're gonna spend $250, $300 on a mic and spend $200 on a Scarlett interface, then spend another $500 to $600 on a computer, then spend another $200 to $300 on Pro Tools or Logic, you can spend $400 to $500 on acoustically treating your room. I don't want to hear no excuses, okay? I don't want to hear no excuses, bro. Save up, go hard, get those acoustic panels and hang them up in your room, man. It is super duper important. Why do I hear something? Why do I hear something? My fault, y'all. That was my computer. Yes, man. Acoustic paneling, that is very important. Now, I have my acoustic panels custom made, right? And they were built from somebody that I saw on OfferUp, and I just hit him up and I said, hey bro, I need to acoustically treat my room. Is there any way you can help me out? And he said yeah, and he built those acoustic panels for me, went over there, got them, came back and put it in my room. Now I can't even make this up, y'all. I can't make this up. If you get acoustic panels and you have a smaller sized room, it doesn't even matter if you have a small size room or a big size room. You can use acoustic panels maybe for like aesthetics if you want to, right? To add color or whatever the case may be. But you don't want to use acoustic panels for absorption, right? Excuse me, you don't want to use acoustic foam for absorption because it's not going to absorb that material. It's just not. If anything, it's going to scatter the sound, and you already have furniture inside of your room to scatter the sound, so you don't necessarily need acoustic panels to do that. They have diffusion for that as well, right? Which also scatters the sound. But if you're operating from a small room and you don't necessarily have the material to scatter the sound, make the room sound live, as well as sound absorption, then I recommend you just focus on treating your early reflection points, right? Which is where you're gonna put your listening position. You're gonna have your 2 speaker monitors, and you're gonna look at where the speaker monitors are facing. Wherever your speaker monitors are facing, you wanna make sure that you place your acoustic panels there first, so that when the sound comes, it absorbs, right? It doesn't bounce back and it comes back to your ears, because then that's gonna give you a misrepresentation of your listening, right? Of your mixing, of whatever. If you have acoustic panels back there, they're not gonna do that. Okay, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna absorb. All they're gonna do is they're going to maybe absorb a little bit, if anything, bounce right back and come right back to you. It's not gonna do that. When I have my acoustic foam set up inside of my closet, thinking that it was absorbing the sounds that were going in the closet. No, there was just stuff in there, bro. I had suitcases, boxes, luggages, all different types of stuff inside of that, and yes, it was scattering the sound and maybe somewhat absorbing it, but at the end of the day, it was an enclosed space. There was a lot of stuff that was going on inside of there, and it just sounded all of that low frequency built up, and you can hear it inside of the mix. And so now I have to spend an extra, an extra 20 to 30 minutes to maybe even 40 minutes trying to sweep out all of those lows, because it sounds so dull and sounds so muffed, and it's bad, bro. It's bad, bro. If there's anything that you guys can if there's anything that you guys take away from this, man, please, like I said before, it's very important that you get acoustic paneling over acoustic foam, which is better. By far the acoustic foam. And I just wanted to go over, some specific reasons as to why. Did I say by far the acoustic foam? I'm sorry, y'all. If I didn't, by far the acoustic panels, right? Acoustic panels are definitely the best that you want to go forth with. Now, what I'll do is I'll link GIK Acoustics, right? I do not have panels from GIK Acoustics. I have, like I said, custom made panels from one of my homeboys here in LA. But I will link GIK Acoustics to the description so that you guys can go to them and kind of see what they got. They were who I was gonna go with first. I had them analyze my room. They did it free of charge. They analyzed my room and said, okay, this is where you need to have your acoustic panel set up. They're gonna build out an order for you, and then they'll make them, ship them over to wherever you stay at, and boom, you can set them up and you will be set, bro. That is what you need. That is how you need to get your sound to a professional level, okay? It's very, very important to make sure that you have your sound treated, you have your room treated to the best of your ability. I cannot emphasize that enough, man. Acoustic treatment. Make sure you get panels, set them up around your room, and I promise you it'll be a world of a difference, man. I put that on everything I love. So that is it, man. That is what I got for you guys today. Thank you again for, you know, setting your time aside to listen to me. Which is better? Of course, the acoustic panels, and I will see you guys in the next video. Let's get it, gang.